I've always had a problem, with a black woman who has weave, who puts on clothes. Actually, a black woman who dresses like a white woman. A black woman who actually tries her best to look like a white woman. I really had a problem with that growing up, Um, Made it hard for me to communicate with black women, a whole lot of black women, and I still find it hard because even when you go to them, when I used to ask them, why do you put on a weave, they used to go like, yeah, I have to look good, this is what men like and what. So I'm going deeper into another situation. We as black men, we have put the impression on black women that they need to look like white women, and a white woman looks good and looks better than a black woman. So the black woman ended up trying to look like the white woman and so hard to act like the white woman, to the extent where we as black men, you know, um, go like she's educated and all that, then we go like it's Tandwa Sami and I love her and all that, but in reality we are influencing our women to be white women, to act like white women, to be white women. And that's how much we as black men love white women, and that's something that white black women never tell us as black men, is that we love white women so much that we try to influence the black woman to be white. You feel what I'm saying? Like you find a black brother even speaking on TV, speaking on videos, and talking about him wanting a white woman and how much they love white women. Talking about ukuthi umfazi womlungu akahluphi. That a white woman is more obedient than a black woman. And this is how much the other race has ruined our race, how white people have ruined the black race to the extent where we think that they are better than our women. And believe you me, I don't think a white woman is more intellectual, or any other race of women is more intellectual than black women. I think black women are so intellectual, and the reason why we'll never see their intellect is because we are not letting black women be themselves. Meaning that you don't let your black woman, be the woman that she is meaning that her leaving her to be in dresses, being her feminine self, because uh, um, one thing that I can explain to women is that the thing that you underestimate as women is your own energy, is your own feminine energy. Why do you have to act like a man when you can act like a woman? That's your power. It's not my power as a man. And so you, as women, you find that you have given that power to a lot of gays, you know to the extent where you have given your own feminine energy to gays, to the extent where you go as a woman and ask advice from gays on how to have sex with a man, on how to treat a man. You're not supposed to be asking a gay on how to treat your man. You should know how to treat a man because you're a woman. You've got feminine energy. That feminine energy is what you should be using towards your man. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's something that I'm even laying down, is that black men love white women, and if you're a black woman and you are trying to be trying to get back to your African self, trying to regress back to your African self, I would advise you to stay away from black men that wouldn't influence you to be more African. I would advise you to do that because there's a lot of black men out here who love white women to the extent where they want their woman to look like white women in order for them to love them. Because that's the thing that has been happening to black women since, you'd find during apartheid times, because at the end of the day, you'd find that our own fathers loved women with lighter skin to the extent where you would realize that they actually loved white women. So, give thanks. So at the end of the day, you know, this is what I am told, to tell everybody, and then to make everybody conscious of is that, you can't, as a man, as a black man, you can't love your woman because acting white and being white. I used to be against that so much, to the extent where as I grew, I I had this taste for black women that act white, that dress in weaves, that do white woman kind of ish. I have at this. I started to have a distaste towards that, and I still do. You know, and so at the end of the day, it's like, man, you know, um, it's better for a black woman to show her own intelligence rather than to follow the intelligence of other women of other races. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what I would really like to see from the black woman. I mean, black woman is really intelligent. If you go into her intelligence, you feel what I'm saying. So this is how deep this is how deep I am, in my thoughts, and I'm like, okay, this is where we are right now. Black woman is really acting really white, but at the same time, I'm starting to remember that it's because she's trying to impress the black man, and the black man loves white women. You feel what I'm saying? Her trying to look white, acting white. And I really tell black women, and I really try to speak to black women, that being yourself is being more black. You feel what I'm saying? The hardest thing to be in life is yourself. You know, the hardest thing in life. That's the hardest thing in life. You know, and you've got to know that you've got to fight hard every day to be yourself, because once you are yourself, it's easier for a lot of things to happen around your life, because you are aligning with your own stars. You are aligning with everything that's really around you, you know, really around you, and really within you, you know. So at the end of the day, it's those kind of things that I'm laying down that you need to watch out for. If really I'm really in love with the my woman, and she's black, then I have to love her being black. And the more black she becomes, the more you should be feeling empowered, man. But yeah, this is the Petuma Tenra, you know, more videos to come, Yeah. We on now. Smoothie manje. Peace and love.